Good afternoon, Flesh and Blood community. It is your boy Sin here, and today we are at Four Horsemen Comics and Games in Morgantown, West Virginia, supporting a great cause, a local of the Morgantown community and community member of ours up in the Pittsburgh area. His son is currently recovering from open heart surgery. He is only 10 years old, and we're currently running a CC charity event here in Morgantown, West Virginia at Four Horsemen Comics and Games, sponsored by Midtown Game Exchange, Green Tree Sports Cards, and Four Horsemen Comics and Games. Lots of great prizes here today. We currently are at 3 rounds for the game, and today we are currently just getting ready for round 1 to start up. So sit back, relax, and we'll talk through some plays here. It looks like we've got Andrew Schaefer on Viscerai. And give me one moment here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going forward. We have Nick Friend on Prism, Awakener of Soul, and we have Andrew Schaefer on Viscerai, Runeblood. So we'll see how this goes. Prism, Awakener of Soul, brand new hero, starts up at 32 life, and pretty excited to see how this plays out, how this pans out. I wanted to give a big shout out to Four Horsemen Comics and Games for asking me to come down here to help kind of cast and do the best I can. This is my first time shoutcasting any kind of Flesh and Blood event. Typically, I'm the one playing. So if you are new to the channel here, you guys know I talk a lot of Flesh and Blood and I talk a lot of things, but it looks like right now our players are just shuffling up. And we'll go. Now, this is a casual level event, so we're currently just letting it go and letting everybody do their thing. As I said, we have 3 rounds today, and we're currently going for it. So currently, I'm just going to put out a blast here on the Twitter. We're just going to update that and make sure everybody knows that we are currently streaming round 1, Viscerai versus Prism, Awakener of Soul. So our players are currently just going up and doing their thing. All right. And we're just updating our current. Just making sure everybody can hear me okay. I'm going to hop up into my YouTube studio here and make sure everything is looking good. Come on in, Wyatt. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How are you? Everybody's getting
doing
started
well
out there.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting started. They're just shuffling up right now. So players will be underway shortly. I'm really excited actually to see new Prism into Viscerai. I feel like this is going to be an interesting match. Because we know that like one rune champ pops all the angels, like just slams everything. So it'll be interesting, and feel free Wyatt to hop in and say a couple words too.
I will do that. I'm still going around giving away.
I was about to say, yeah, you are in TO mode right now, so it's completely cool, man.
Unfortunately, I know you wanted to play, but you couldn't play today.
It's all good.
I beefed it, and I didn't set aside packs from Green Tree for
Yeah.
you. But I do have the promos. These
Buddy, you don't got to do that.
These are all going to have a cold foil token, rainbow foil hero,
Oh,
and
man.
random past rainbow foil promos.
That's awesome. I heavily appreciate you.
And reach into my mysterious box of playmats and take 2.
Oh, no. I just got done saying how I have way too many playmats. What do we got here?
There is anything...
I know, there's a lot. I saw
a
it
lot.
earlier. Oh, what do we have? Let's see. What's this guy here? I did it. Pete's going to kill me. Pete is going to kill me. What's this one here? It's the OG.
The OG.
We got the OG and a Nourishing Emptiness playmat. I appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that.
No problem.
I love doing this stuff for you guys.
You didn't have to do this. You could have been out there playing today, but
I am. But there is somebody currently out there. Rumor has it, playing my my super secret Vincent list. So I've been hyping that up on Twitter, and it's been going on. But it looks like we're in the beginning of the game here. So what do we got going on? We got looks like a Herald of Ravages in hand, maybe protection. Is that a yellow or is that a blue? It looks like a blue. I think that looks like a blue Herald of Protection. So yeah, Nick is gonna be on the play here. He's gonna start it off. See how he approaches this. Looks like we got a pitch. Looks like we got a pitch of a red and a red, possibly 2 Heralds that he's tossing down to play a Figment. Oh no, must have been 2 yellows.
Yeah, yellows, yep. or it might have been a red blue as well to get 4.
Red blue to get 4, and then he's gonna play a Figment.
Nope, that's a yellow blue, so he can play Figment and then play the Wartune Herald.
That's what he did. Yep.
Yep.
And then
or 2 blues. He has a floating resource.
Easy.
That is the one thing I love Flesh and Blood, but coverage this game is not friendly for the color strips and knowing what's actually going on.
Yeah, so hoping we can keep up with their resource value over here on the stream. I'll see if
I can track down like one big die that they can use for resources.
That would be great.
While I'm giving everything out. But I will come back into here because
absolutely, man. Thank you. So it's looking like So Schaefer's on the play. He's gonna start with a Garganian Tome, which will draw him a card, and then a Sonata. Looks like for making the Rune Channel Visceri. So that's gonna be for 0. It looks like, and it looks like a whiff. We got a whiff, and that's the trick with Sonata. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't pan out for you, but we're still so early in the game. There's no telling exactly how this is gonna pan out. Now we do have a Figment here, so Figment here does not look like Nick has anything in Soul for Prism, so he can't really yet pull out an Angel. But if he's gonna want to keep the ward on the Wave of Reality, he's gonna have to block. He's gonna have to block some of what Andrew is throwing at him. So if you're just joining us, guys, welcome. Today is a very special event. We are currently raising money for a local who has a child in West Virginia, a hospital down here in West Virginia that is. He's a 10-year-old boy currently going through recovery for open heart surgery. You can read all about Isaac's story here on the donation link provided by his family, and we are currently working to help raise money for them. So it looks like we got a red Shrill of Skull form. So that's gonna, I believe that's coming in for 7 with 1 rune chant. No go again on that, I don't believe. So. He's got 1 resource floating though. I don't know if Andrew's going to be able to make much use of that 1 resource, but we'll see what happens here. We'll definitely see what happens here. I'm really excited to see that we're getting some Prism gameplay going. So with that, we have it looks like he's just trying to decide how he wants to block this, because I see he's got a Soul Food in hand. If he isn't careful here, he's going to lose a Wave of Reality, and I think he wants the Soul Food to probably charge Prism's soul enough. So yeah, he's just going to shuffle that back into the deck. He's going to pitch that out to probably try and AB that Arcane Barrier, that rune chant. Yeah, okay, he's actually paying for Halo of Illumination. That's what he's doing. Charge Soul and draw a card. Yep. And then he'll be able to awaken the Figment. I think that's Figment of Tenacity. I believe that's Figment of Tenacity that he has currently out in play. And that is the one where I believe that creates that creates the angel that when you pay 2 resources to attack with it, you can banish a card from soul and it gains Dominate, I believe. I could be wrong. Okay, so he's throwing out stilettos. That looks like silent stilettos he's throwing out there, which is interesting. He's blocking with a passing mirage. He's paying 1 resource to creepers in Revel and Runeblood. Okay. But I don't think he has a resource. I don't think Schaefer has a resource to... I don't think Schaefer has a resource to do that. To swing Rosetta on the back end of the Revel. So Wave of Reality should have broken, I believe. Oh, he's cracking Ironweave already. Okay, so yeah, Ether Ironweave would definitely give him the resources he needs to throw Rosetta for 10, I believe. That's 10 total. Yep, and he's going to do it. Rosetta for 10. And this is only turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is only turn 1. So he's going to throw that out. Looks like he's going to bring in the Angel. Tenacity. Yes, that is Figment of Tenacity. So he's throwing out the Angel, and that'll eat 4 of the damage. So what's he going to do here? He's already down 2 cards in hand. He's already down 2 cards in hand. Nick is down 2 cards in hand, and he is currently, I think, debating, just trying to figure out how he wants to mitigate this. He's currently got 4 coming in off Rosetta and 6 rune chants. Now, Wave of Reality should have eaten, I believe, one of those points of damage. But the Ward 4 on the Angel is going to get popped if Nick takes any of this damage, which I can't imagine he can mitigate all of this. So we'll see. I'm just going to see what the play is here. Eats the Angel. Oh, it looks like he reverted. They reverted. He's going to take... Okay, no. So, okay, yeah. So he used the ward on the Angel. The Figment goes away. And, yeah. I guess Ward 4. Now, the thing is, I believe Wave of Reality should break. And I think this is also casual level, so we'll kind of just let that go here. But he's still facing down. He should still be facing down 2 Rune Chants and 2 Rune Chants, 2 Arcane, and 2 Physical off Rosetta Thorn. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so we got Prism at 19. Prism at 19, Schaefer on Viscera is at 40. And we are currently moving on to the next turn. So Nick kept 2 cards in hand. Let's see what he can do with it. Looks like a Herald of Triumph. Herald of Triumph red. Now, if this hits, Awakener of Soul can go grab another Figment to put out into the playing field. I don't believe Nick currently has the resources to awaken the Figment the moment it hits the deck, but now we see if Schaefer is going to block this Herald or take the damage and let Prism get the Soul card and the Figment. So this asks a very challenging question because, you know, when Prism goes to get the Figment, Prism can get any Figment of any angel that she wants in that exact moment. So who knows exactly how that's going to play out and pan out long run. And I see we have Lee in the chat. Lee, hope you're doing well. Hope your boy's doing well, man. You know, we're all out here rooting for you, rooting for Isaac's recovery. And for those that don't know, and I believe this works, if you were in the chat and you were interested in donating to Isaac's medical fund, and you can read all about it here through by doing !donate, but I guess my bot is not working, which is great. That's fun. That is okay, though. I have the link right here, and I'll pop that in here every now and again. If you guys would like to donate to Isaac's medical fund to help out, help the family sleep a little bit better at night, that would be fantastic, and that's why we're here today. So we're currently doing this. So that looks like Figment of Protection. That definitely looks like Figment of Protection coming out. So that's Aegis, and that's the one that says if you pay 2 resources to attack with Aegis, you can banish a card from your soul and create 2 spectral shields. So it's going to make the rune chance a little more difficult for Schaefer to get through at the current moment. And so we'll let this play out. It's like Nick is giving the deck a good old shuffle there. Currently checking out what's happening over on Twitter. Be sure that everybody knows that we're doing this today, and we are out here currently supporting a great cause. Now, I forgot, Empyrean Rapture makes Prism's ability free for the Awaken, which is actually really good, meaning Aegis is out immediately. That's the beauty of Empyrean Rapture with this new Prism. It synergizes so well. You're almost never going to want to be without it. And Aegis is actually a very, 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 I would say dangerous angel to keep around, just for the fact that you can create so much block value out of just having your spectral shields up. We'll see what Schaefer is going to pull back on the play here. But it looks like Nick's got multiple Heralds in hand, and I think that might be a Command and Conquer. That might be a Command and Conquer. I'm not sure. Nope, that's Oasis Respite. Okay, he's got no Oasis Respite. Red, so he'll be able to prevent 4 damage. So that could be very useful against Viscera here, to a certain degree. Be able to shut down at least some of the physical one in attack. So Schaefer looked like he had 2 reds. He's gonna create a Rune Chant off of Grasp of the Arknight, pitching what looks like a Command and Conquer. Can't tell what that other card is, but it does look like we have a Command and Conquer that was pitched. Gloomveil for 3 go again and one Rune Chant. Definitely has one of those Viscera turns where you just kind of can't really, you don't really have the non-attack to play out at this current point in time, so you're just kind of doing everything you can to just push a little bit of incremental damage, get a little bit of incremental advantage to here. But right now, for those of us just joining, we are currently at Four Horsemen Comics and Games in Morgantown, West Virginia, currently supporting Isaac Connor, 10-year-old boy who has been going through a bit of a rough time, but he's recovering from open heart surgery. Isaac is the son of a local Flesh and Blood player, and we're here today raffling off and supporting Isaac's recovery and the family's medical fund through a great game. So, today's a casual level event. I was asked to come down from Pittsburgh to just kind of do a little bit of casting, do a little bit of talking about the game, and talk about you kind of use the platform to put Isaac's medical fund out there and be able to help support the family. So we're here for a good cause today, guys. This is a casual level event, new cards, new opening weekend. Looks like he's blocking with a Herald of Ravages here, and then he's going to Rosetta, and that should just only be coming in for 2. That should only be coming in for 2. So we'll see what Prism does here. We'll see what Nick does here on the defense. Not exactly a tricky situation, but it is definitely an awkward. It looked like Schaefer had an awkward Viscerae hand here. Those Runeblade hands, man, they get me every time. They hit me really hard. So we'll see what Schaefer pulls out here. It looks like we're letting the Wave of Reality break. So he would take 1, I believe. No, yeah, he would gain. And for those of you watching, my name is Sin. I currently do Flesh and Blood content here on YouTube, sponsored by Green Tree Sports Cards, and we're currently just playing it out. Okay, so it looks like he's just attacking with Aegis. So that's 4. Just coming in for 4. We're going to update. I apologize. We're going to update the stream. There we go. Okay, here we are. We're good. So it looks like he had Aegis out. He took the 4, it looks like, and he just went Mordred Tide, Mavrian, Rosetta for 2 and 6 rune chance. It's interesting play. But honestly, as a Runeblade main myself, like, sometimes you just gotta make those weird turns happen. Those very just strange turns. It looks like Nick is trying to decide Nick is trying to just determine how he's going to mitigate 6 and probably keep Aegis. He does have what he does have, which is really nice. He does have. Looks like he's pitching a red, or yeah, looks like no, he's pitching a yellow. Looks like to mitigate one of the rune chants, and then he's gonna play Oasis Respite, which will mitigate 4. It looks like, but he's probably gonna select Rosetta as the source, because if he selects the rune chant as the source, it'll only prevent 1. It's a bit of a tricky hand, tricky play. Because Oasis will only do that. Welcome, Liv, to the stream. Just a friendly reminder, everybody, this is a casual level event, and we are currently supporting a local Flesh and Blood player's son who is currently recovering from open heart surgery. Isaac Connor, he's a 10-year-old boy. He's been in the hospital for over a month now, going through various procedures. Doctors are working very well, taking good care of him. But, medical costs, medical funds, it can be daunting. And I think it's when you're part of a community, especially a gaming community like this, you definitely have an obligation to take care of your own and do everything you possibly can to support the people that you care about in the community, whenever them or their family needs it. It's what makes these games so great. It's what makes it's what makes a lot of people play these kinds of games, and that's why Flesh and Blood is such an important part of the game, especially mainly because the community is the best part of Flesh and Blood, and that is the hill that I will die on when it comes to it. So if you are able to at all, please share around Isaac's medical fund. Please share around everything pertaining to what he's doing, and. So it looks like we got a pitch of Arknight Shard, so that'll make a rune chant and then float. Oh yeah, okay. So he did that off of a Mordred. So Mordred pitch Arknight Shard, or pitch Arknight Shard Grasp. Yeah, that makes 4 rune chants. Looks like that might be a blue Vexing Malice. So that's coming in for a good deal. And that'll make 2 rune chants on the back end. Okay. Once again, Viserai doing what Viserai does, and Viserai presents split damage in such a way that is really hard to mitigate, especially as Prism, with all of the ward and all of that different those different aspects. But passing Mirage will definitely help mitigate some of the Phantasm triggers, because at this point it's still anyone's game. Nick is hanging in there pretty tight, taking a lot of damage off the beginning, but he was able to chip back a little bit. I think the turn Schaefer had, where he just he didn't do a whole lot. He played, I think, Swarming Gloomveil and then swung Rosetta for 2. While that's good value, that's not typically what Viserai wants to do. So, what do we got? What is happening? What's the play? Now, he can mitigate the rune chance, but I think this might be a turn where, he mitigates a little bit of the rune chance and he tries to swing back. The problem I think Nick is going to run into is that Sink Below in hand is not doing him too many favors right now. I think he would have much rather had that be an Angel or maybe even a Figment. But we got Heralds. Yep, so he's going to put some AB out there. He's going to pitch he's going to pitch a blue. believe that's Pierce Reality. He's going to pitch a Pierce Reality, mitigate 3 of the range chance, and then just take the rest. And I think that sets him up to at least have some kind of turn here where he can play. Looks like he's got either a red or yellow Herald of Ravages coming in. And like I said, today's event is 3 rounds. There won't be a cut to top 8. Just casual level event here. But we like broadcasting CC gameplay. And we like showing off, what this area's community has to offer. I'm very happy that they asked me to come down here. I'm having a great time. I really like the store. I really like the shop. 4 Horsemen of Morgantown is great. Definitely, if you were in the Morgantown area, the Morgantown Mall, be sure to stop by 4 Horsemen. They have a great selection of comic books, games, everything. And this stream is also brought to you by Green Tree Sports Cards from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 4 Horsemen is hosting this event, but John at Green Tree shared a lot of raffle and product and prizing for players of this event, donated it all. So be sure to check out Green Tree Sports Cards as well as Midtown Game Exchange, which also supported this event with prizing. There is a lot of prizing to go around here. There will not be a single player here that does not go home with something. So we are here today and we are making it happen. So it looks like he let the Herald hit. He's going to grab another Figment. Which Figment it will be is really the question. And at this point in the game, I'm not sure. It looks like maybe Rebirth. Is he going for... No, he's not going for Rebirth. Doesn't look like he's going for Rebirth. Which Figment? I don't know if he's running Secant. Yeah, that looks like Ravages right there. Erudition. Yep. Ryan, yeah, not a problem, dude. Hope you're doing well, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Wish you were here with us, but I appreciate you watching. We're out here and we're gonna handle this stream very well. But it looks like Nick just brought out Herald of Erudition, or not Herald of Erudition, but Figment of Erudition. So the question is whether or not, because he should be able to Rapture, because if he can Rapture Erudition, this might be a very, very significant swing turn. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how this plays out. Yep, he's going to Empyrean Rapture. So he's going to Empyrean Rapture, which will pull out Soraya, the Archangel of Erudition. I believe this is the one that says... I believe this is the one that says you pay 2 resources, banish card from Soul. So right now, it looks like Nick is without any card in Soul, so it can't really do anything about that currently. But then he'll be able to draw 2 cards when he attacks with Soraya if that happens, and then Ponder. No, that Ponder card should probably be on top. I'm not sure why he drew 5 there. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, there's Arclight Sentinel. That's going to mitigate. Yeah, we love Lee in the community here. We are absolutely excited to be helping out him, his family, his boy. Probably forgot to arsenal the ponder card. Ryan, that's what I'm thinking happened. Zero worries at all, though. Zero worries at all. Like I said, this is a casual level event. There's no judges for this. We're just hanging out. We're playing great games, and we're doing it for a great cause. But yeah, Ryan, that's definitely what it looks like. So the lead the charge is really important here, especially for those of you that remember original Prism. With Arclight Sentinel, lead the charge kind of lets you skip around the Arclight Sentinel condition here, where when he attacks, it's going to create an action point from lead the charge. So Arclight Sentinel will break, but then Andrew is able to then play something else after that, regardless, because he'll have an extra action point. So I'm not entirely sure what discussion is happening here. Looks like we got a little bit of a judge call going on. Some confusion on the floor. I think that might be the question that's currently happening, Ryan, and I believe I hear Wyatt on the other side of the wall explaining the interaction, because Spectra causing problems yet again. We'll see how this plays out, but I believe that might have been the question. Yeah, I definitely think it just depends on when the Sonata, or not Sonata, when Arclight Sentinel was played out. Okay, looks like we got a drawn from the Dark Dimension. That'll have go again, but it's gotta attack. It's gotta attack the Arclight Sentinel. The Arcane will still go through. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, go to 13. So yeah, now we have drawn from the Dark Dimension coming through, which is bounced off ALS and closed the chain. And now it is up to Nick on the swing back. No card in soul. I see a Celestial Cataclysm in his hand. We'll see what happens here. Looks like another Herald of Triumph. I believe this one might be red. I will say the Figments are very good at defending and blocking the damage that comes in. You can't really go wide with them, but man, there's so much block value there. Like, this game right off rip seemed like it was going to be a quick one, but Nick's hanging in there. Nick is hanging in there against Viserai. I think it all comes down to how Andrew is blocking. Yeah, the Angels are a very interesting design choice for Prism, and I think Prism to begin with is a very interesting design. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for any one person to really figure out how she can be best played, but she definitely reads as a more defensive hero with the Angels. The Angels, they have really cool abilities and all that, but they're not the primary focus here. It's very Herald focused, which is good, I believe, because the Heralds are great cards. Oh, it looks like we got some raffles going up. Yeah, little mid game raffle. Looks like a Channel Thunderstep playmat and a looks like maybe that's the Crown of Providence Brothor mat. Sure, Mr. Blackie's figured it out already. Yeah, Zento, I don't know. Fiano's been going at it pretty hard, but I'm not sure. Like I've seen some discussions, but if they can crack it, great. Because like honestly, it's a very cool design space. Ooh, I see what he's thinking. I see what he's thinking here. He's got the second Arclight Sentinel. Yep, there it is. There it is. Saw that coming. You know, you see that Arclight Sentinel hit hand, and you know, like you're just shutting your opponent's turn down. So now it doesn't really matter what Schaefer plays. He's got to hit the Arclight. It is pretty crazy to see that Prism is back. She's back. I remember I started playing the game when Prism first came out and was around, and I have many fond memories of this matchup. Yeah, I think he's just going to swing it. There's one new Prism and one Vincent at the Battle Hardened today as well. I like that. I'd be curious to see how well both of them do. I know currently at this event we have one Vincent. It's actually my personal build that a local down here did not have a CC deck, so I figured I would let them take aggro Vincent for a spin. We'll see how that goes. It's a little bit of an interesting deck to get the hang of, so I'm hoping it's not too intricate. There's a couple of fun little interactions in there that you wouldn't know unless you know that they exist. Looks like we got Mauvrian Skies, typical Viscerai turn, Shrill Skull form. That should be coming in for 7 go again if that's red. I think that's a red. 7 go again. He's got a Soul Shield. See, the thing with Prism is she can defend, but she can't really attack all that well. And that's, I think, where a lot of this is kind of coming to a head. Maybe she's just a fatigue deck similar to Oldham. That's what it's seeming like almost like a not mid range. It's almost more fatigue like, and being able to play the Heralds and get value off of them hitting. A lot of the Heralds they hit for 6 or 7. That's no joke in the grand scheme of things. That is no joke. That's a higher rate than Titan's Fist. A little bit of a higher rate than Winter's Wail. Just being able to, keep 2 cards in hand, or maybe even Herald from Arsenal, and then have the Angels on the backswing. Because if a Herald hits, if one of the Heralds hit, the new Prism lets you go into the deck, grab a Figment card, play the Figment card, and then use Empyrean Rapture to turn that into an Angel. So that's essentially an effective 4+4 defense on the ward whenever an Angel comes into play. So we're doing it. David, welcome, my guy. Welcome, my guy. This is my world. My world outside of the gaming world. Welcome. We're watching currently. Going to 2. Going to 2, that is tough. That's a little rough. But this is round 1 of 3. I think you maybe want the Dominate Herald the most. The Dominate Herald of Tenacity is probably the play, I think, in most cases. Herald of Protection. Looks like Herald of Protection's coming in. Red Herald of Protection. If this hits, he'll be able to go grab a Figment and create another Angel. He's got Passing Mirage, so it doesn't have Phantasm. So it can't be popped by Command and Conquer or anything like that. So I think he's just taking it. He's going to let him go for the Figment. The sack creates a Spectral Shield, goes to Soul. I think maybe he's going Rebirth. Yeah, Figment of Rebirth. Definitely looks like Figment of Rebirth. I'm surprised we haven't seen Figment of Ravages yet. He might be going for the Figment of Ravages. I think he might be going for Ravages. Yep, there it is. Figment of Ravages, yep. So this will enable Nick to be able to play Sekem. And Sekem is the Archangel of Ravages. So we will watch that play out. So I believe he's going to activate Empyrean. Because if he can activate Empyrean, that effectively gives him Ward 5. So that's pretty good value, at least to hang in there another couple turns. So it looks like, and that does create a Courage token, I believe. Currently, it looks like we got a little bit of a drop off here. And this will be, I believe, essentially Nick's kind of Hail Mary move. He's going to, banish a card from Soul, activate and awaken Sekem. Or no, that's Bologna. That's actually Figment of War. That's right. That creates a Courage token. So yeah, we do have Bologna coming in. We do have Bologna, the Archangel of War, I believe. Remember, Bologna's counterpart was Wartune Herald. Okay, so we got a Passing Mirage, a Sink Below, looks like a Herald of Ravages, and a Herald of Triumph. Or no, that's Angelic Wrath. How's it going?
I just wanted to give you the heads up.
Welcome,
on it's nothing big.
Yeah, what's going on?
We're not doing a timer on today, mostly
That's
because
fine.
a bunch of people are playing stuff they've never played before.
That's okay. It's opening weekend. I get it.
And also, it's a charity casual REL event.
Also
we want to make sure people actually get to play a full game.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, you don't want to rush this. I'm fine. We're good.
Cool.
We're hanging. But no, chat, yeah, that makes a lot more sense that, we're just kind of vibing today.
Yeah,
We're doing a vibe. Oh, he's got to lead the charge. Lead the charge blue into Command and Conquer. This is going to be a little interesting because it'll be if Nick had the Arclight Sentinel, he would be able to essentially skip around it, but he does not. It does not look like it. Looks like he has an Angelic Wrath. Oh, Anna is saying hi, Wyatt.
Hi, Anna.
But yeah, no, we're doing some interesting stuff. This Prism's really interesting.
Yeah, I know Nick. So last night, me and Nick cracked 2 cases each.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, I don't want to build a deck because I don't have an Empyrean Rapture." And he's like, "Will you hand me Phi tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I can get Phi together for you." And then in the literal last box, he opened Rapture. And he's like, "Oh, I guess I have to go make Prism now."
I guess I have to go play the deck. I believe Nick and I actually played before. Road to Nationals, I believe Green 3 Sports Cards first time. I think he was on Prism when Prism was still around.
Oh gosh, that would have been a while
That was a
ago.
long time ago. It was Phi had just came out. I was the only Phi there. I think.
Yeah.
Me and one other person were playing
Yeah,
Phi.
there was...
I think it's the day I met you. Actually,
I think it was the day, because I think you thrashed me on Phi. Cause
I did. You were on Bolton. I denied you Arsenal like four turns in a row.
Yeah, I played Bolton. I love Bolton.
Yeah, Bolton's fun.
Yeah, it was just a series of unfortunate events in that event.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
It's okay. No,
I'm pretty sure it did end up being like breaking point, Command and Conquer, and you're just like.
Because after round 3, me, Justin, and Pete dropped and went to
yes,
the tap.
Yeah, you guys
house,
went to Tap House. Yep.
And then because I texted him and said, "Hey, just let me know when you're done, and I'll be back."
So it looks like we got a Mauve Skies and a Drawn from the Dark Dimension. Thing is, these angels, they keep showing up and they keep just getting put back down.
So, what are your thoughts on new Prism in Blitz? Because you have old Luminaras, and consider the Figment Angels. They do nothing except gain you life. They're there to just prevent damage.
I think Prism's going to be pretty good in Blitz. I think the new Prism's probably really good in Blitz, especially with Empyrean Rapture, like just being able to make her ability free.
Yeah,
it's so free.
Nick loves playing Prism because we even talked about old Prism with Empyrean Rapture, where you're just like, all right, cool, I herald and I get my Soul Shield for free.
Yep.
Or my Spectral Shield for free. And also, Empyrean Rapture just cares my herald. You just put in your soul so you can break your Halo.
Yep.
Halo, put a herald into soul, and then get a, like, even on a setup turn, if your opponent goes first, you get to end their turn, put a herald in soul, get a soul shield, and then go into your turn with a soul shield in play.
Oh, he's going to 1. He went to 1. He's hanging in there so hard, dude. Oh, Nick is hanging in there so hard.
I mean, I think that Arcane will inevitably get there.
I think it will too.
Does Nick have any AB?
Stilettos.
Stilettos, okay.
He's running silent stilettos. And he's got the passing barrage out, so he's able to so right now no phantasm's able to happen. But this is a Mordred turn. This is a Mordred Mauve skull form. Oh.
So this the skull form's coming in for 8 with 2 or 5 with 2 arcane.
Looks like a blue skull form.
So 5 with 2 arcane, followed by 4 arcane on this Rosetta and 2
and
physical.
two rune chants as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is looking pretty rough. He can mitigate a little bit here, but he's still at 1. He can't let a single piece of that go through. But I think traditionally Runeblade has always been favored very heavily into Prism, that in just such a way that Prism has a tough time mitigating Arcane. It's what the Spectral Shields are really supposed to do.
Yep.
But
let's see if Nick realizes the forbidden text of Empyrean Rapture. He can give it Ward 1.
Yep.
I don't know if that's.
I think at this point in the game,
just A-Bing, but
at this point in the game, he's played out all of his Figments except for Rebirth. Okay. So I think the Angel game plan's kind of out the door at this point. We're a little bit past that. I think at this point he's trying to mitigate and just be able to sling. Try to
get a herald.
Yeah,
back.
just try to get a herald in.
I think it's gonna be hard though, because like the.
Yep, that's it. We got the fist bump. And that'll end round 1. Nick Fields is.
Nick Friend.
Nick Friends is currently, Prism. Well played. I don't see any other way. There could have been a way around that, but Viscerai's got gas right now. We keep hearing it. We see it through the grapevine, but well played by both players. Yeah, we'll be back with round 2 here shortly, guys.
Yeah, it was gonna
All right, we are back and currently setting up for round 2. We have Chance on Rhinar and Jordan on Azalea. So we are about to commence round 2 of this event. Like I said, today we are doing 3 rounds, just casual 3-round, casual Ariel. It looks like Chance is bringing in the Scowling Flesh Bag, which is a new brute equipment piece introduced in Dusk Till Dawn. So this one, for those that don't know, you can block 2. You can block 2 once, and when you do, you actually intimidate a card from your opponent's hand. So it's a little bit of an interesting interaction where you're able to intimidate off of your on your opponent's turn. So this really shuts down aggro decks. But I'm not entirely sure how it affects Azalea. We'll see how this goes. Okay, it looks like they're setting up. And for those that are just joining chat, we are currently supporting Lee Connor's son Isaac, and Lee is a local Flesh and Blood player. His son Isaac has been in the hospital for a month now, recovering from open heart surgery, and we are currently supporting their medical fund to help them sleep a little bit better at night. It looks like Jordan is on Sandscour. This is Sandscour Azalea. So that's a little interesting. I don't think I've ever seen or played against really a Sandscour. We'll see how this goes. Now remember, Bullseye Bracers has been banned recently, so no Bullseye Bracers. Looks like Jordan is on Hornet Sting. Not sure who's on the play here.
Okay, yeah, you're good to go.
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
We got a Tunic Tick, pitching Infecting Shot. Thanks, Will. Looks like we're putting a Spire Sniping into Arsenal. Then we're... Okay, so that's Barbed Undertow. Premeditate. Seek and Destroy. That's a Barbed Undertow. Coming in for 11 Dominate on turn 1. Oh, that hurts. Does threaten a Ponder token. But I think he's going to be taking some damage, so that Ponder taking 11. I mean, this is also Rhinar we're talking about here. Rhinar can and will swing back with probably equal amount of damage against Azalea. So I think we're looking at a pretty okay situation here. Looks like we got an Erase Face, a Command and Conquer, a Pummel. We at least have a Pummel. Yeah, we at least have a Pummel out here. Yep, so he's going to play out the Erase Face. Interesting. This is kind of an interesting play here, because I believe if he can remove that, then I think any card that says your next Ranger attack gets X kind of gets shut off for the turn. So I don't think he's going to let this hit. I think he's going to probably give 2 cards to it. Oh, he is going to let it hit. Okay, maybe it might not affect what he's currently trying to do with his game plan. But that's 6 points of damage, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, Rhinar has the ability to mitigate. I think Chase just had a really tricky hand to work with there. Okay. He's going to Azalea. So when you Azalea, put a card at the bottom of your deck, flip that other card into the arsenal. It is a drill shot, so it does have Dominate. That drill shot will have Dominate, and it's going to spike with, not a spike with inertia, but a lace with inertia. We're going to lace with inertia, which will add +3 to the drill shot. I think we're at 7. He's going to pitch an infecting shot, activate Sandscour, Great Bow. Look at the top card of his deck. Looks like he's running New Horizon. So 7 Dominate. That 7 Dominate is going to be a little tricky. Threatening an inertia token. An inertia token says at the beginning of your end phase, all the cards from your arsenal and your hand go to the bottom of your deck. So this kind of incentivizes him blocking, but not sure how he's gonna work his way around it. And looks like we're just talking right now about what's going to happen when this hits. I think he's just taking it. See, what happens with Azalea is Azalea's on hits, one, they're very, very devastating, but the real trick with it is the Dominate. If she can dominate those arrows, it really, really makes it hard for you to want to really block the ones that don't have the on hits to stop you from getting go again or make you take life. So yeah, it looks like he's just taking it, and he's gonna put the -1 counter on Scabskins, and that gives him an inertia token. It gives Chase an inertia token. So Rhinar's gonna have to have a play here. We're gonna have to make some moves. Play Mark of the Beast. Okay, interesting. Or Beast Within. He's going to play Beast Within. He's going to pummel it. So that's some nice hand disruption we got there. That's good. Yeah, pummeled Beast Within's pretty solid for Rhinar. Okay, yeah, flipping in I believe that's release the tension, which makes it so defense reactions cannot be played from arsenal, I believe, this turn. Premeditate. Loading, nothing. Little tricky. Little tricky. I think that's a blue spire sniping too, so that's only coming in for, I believe, 3. Might be 2. So 2, 5. 2, 5, 8. That would be 8. Okay, so that's a +4. It's a Fletch the Red Tail. Spire sniping for 13. 13 on hit ponder token, and also red cards get -1 while defending. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good value. So we are fletching red tails. Got to swing big. Swing big's coming in. Yeah. Yeah, that swing big. That swing big's that'll hit. So swing big makes contact. Going into Azalea's turn with 3 cards in hand, it looks like. This might be a much faster game than last game. Oh, we got to knock the death whistle. So this will allow Jordan to go search for any arrow in his deck and throw that into onto the top of the deck and Azalea that in. This might be the game changer. This might be where we see red in the ledger, or yeah, this might be where we see the red in the ledger drop. If Jordan can set up a large enough hit here, it's going to put barbed undertow. That's interesting. I guess that makes sense with the Sand Scour, because you can give it an aim counter and rip a card from your opponent's hand potentially. Barbed undertow. That's interesting. This is definitely not like a traditional Azalea build, but the Sand Scour build, I've seen it, I've played against it. It's pretty good. But Barbed Undertow seems to be the card. It will have Dominate. So we're fletching the red tail, so that's 4. So that's going to be coming in for 9 Dominate. I believe 9 Dominate. Because it has the, so 9 Dominate. It's time to mitigate a little bit, I believe. I believe Chase has to kind of mitigate here, because if he goes any lower against Azalea, it puts him in very dangerous territory. Her ability to dominate her arrows has just gone, ever since Outsiders, has gotten so much more consistent that it's able to really, really force your opponent into a situation where they can't take much more life. Yeah, Lee, we definitely got a boom here. Definitely got a boom coming on. Brute Life, all offense. Swing big club. So we got 2 action points off of Scab Skins. Looks like he's going to hit the Barkbone strapping. He's going to break the Barkbone. Didn't gain anything off that, it looks like. So we got 2 action points to work with. What is Chase going to do here to really put some pressure on Azalea? I think I see a Command and Conquer. Okay, okay. Is that High Roller? I think we're high rolling. That's an Intimidate. What Chase really needs is the Blood Rush turn. But I'm not sure if he's going to get it. I'm not sure if he's going to get to it. Azalea has just put so much pressure on you. Swing back with that offense. Let's see what happens here. It's still anyone's game at this point. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we are currently supporting Isaac Connor, a 10-year-old boy in the local area that is currently recovering from open heart surgery. He's been in the hospital for about a month. His father, Lee, is a great member of the Flesh and Blood community here in the West Virginia and Pennsylvania areas, the kind of tri-state area around here. And we are currently supporting Isaac's road to recovery through donation. All of the funds from today's event are going straight to the family. So we're currently working to do some good in the community and really, really provide some necessary help so his family can sleep better at night. So be sure to hit that link. Be sure to check it out. Kai, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But it looks like we're sending that in for 6. Hornet Sting. Ooh, revealing Codex. So no 1 ping on it. He's taken 3. Taking 3, and he still has an action point. Still an action point, but I don't think he's able to make best use of that. So he's going to Arsenal. Being at 6 against Azalea is a little tricky, because Azalea can hit that Dominate and game over. Heat Seeker. Okay, we're loading a Heat Seeker. Playing, that looks like a Seek and Destroy. And throwing Heat Seeker for, I believe that comes in for 7. No Dominate. That still puts pressure. No, 7, 8. 8 no Dominate. No Dominate, no Go again. But if the Heat Seeker hits, it'll go to the bottom of Jordan's deck at the end of the turn. Or I believe when the combat chain closes. Or I believe when it hits. It goes to the bottom of the deck. Something like that. Something like that, guys. But yeah, no, we're currently in the middle of this, and it's heating up. We're getting close. See, the thing is, Jordan was able to see that he had a Codex on top of his deck. And the Codex is not going to help him get the dominate here in this specific situation. So it looks like we're blocking 3. Which would put him to 1. Okay. Let's see. Does Chase have the ending turn? Because all it takes, I think at this point, all it takes is Jordan to dominate Narrow. He's going to scab for 5. So it gives him 2 resource points. Yep. Or 2 action points. Got 2 action points off the Scab Skins. 2 action points for Scab Skins. Blood Rush Bellow. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes the boom, baby. So this will let him draw 2 cards. It's going to intimidate. Here comes the boom. And then Brute, I believe Brute actions get +4? Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I forget what the plus not value is. Okay, so Command and Conquer. That puts a lot of pressure. That puts a lot of pressure on Jordan. That puts a lot of pressure on Jordan. Yeah, it's +2. Thanks, Will. You're right. Yeah, Claw for 5. Okay, yeah. Nope, I remember. You know, being around the Green Tree crew, we're all a bunch of Brute players. I don't know why I forget what Blood Rush does. But Blood Rush is good. It lets you draw 2 cards, and drawing cards in Flesh and Blood is good. Turns out drawing cards is good. So that's going to be followed up with an E-Strike for 7. This is going to put enough pressure on Jordan, I think, that he's able to... He might not be able to do much on this turn. He could play Codex and try and you know, force that damage through. But we'll see. Whatever that Arsenal card is, that hidden Arsenal card, he's going to hope this is an arrow. If it's an arrow, it is a Bolton shot, but it looks like it's a blue Bolton shot. If he has a defense reaction, which he doesn't, he has Remembrance. I'm seeing Remembrance in hand. That does not block for anything. So that's not one of the times you want to see Remembrance. But Jordan might be able to end the game here. This might be the closer. Because I'm thinking if he plays out the Bolton shot, if he's able to give the Bolton shot +1, if he's able to give the Bolton shot +1, what he could do is he could give the Bolton shot +1. Oh, he has Eye of Ophidia. He doesn't have a way to really give it go again. So Bolton shot basically says that if its attack is greater than its base, it has go again and on hit reload. But Jordan did not have the pump there, so I think he's going to just Codex. Yeah, he's going to Codex and probably go for, I would think, he can go for anything really. He's got 2 resources. He's going to give Frailty to the Rhinar. And Rhinar has to put an attack action into his graveyard. Now, Codex of Frailty, it is a powerful card for Rangers. It kind of just does it all. It does everything Rangers want to do, and that's, you know, make it very hard to block by stripping a card from your opponent's hand and also forcing them to put something in their arsenal that could then maybe be, you know, attacked. So we'll see how this plays out, but it's... To lose a card like that on like this late in the game, when you really need your cards to block, it hurts. And it looks like we're sending in a red in the ledger. This is going to be hard. This might be difficult for him to deal with. It won't be dominated though, so that's good. There won't be dominate on it. So is he going to launch the red in the ledger? But he does have to discard. He's going to grab the E-Strike, which is a smart move. He's going to drop the red in the ledger. He's able to full block, which is really good. Cool, he's ditching the Remembrance. He's coming in for 6. So E-Strike for 6 is still pretty good. Still pretty good value for what we're working with here. He's gonna block with the bolting bolt. Battering bolt. Block with battering bolt. So that blocks 3. Take 3. Go to 5. Solid card sensitivity card. Dude, Remembrance is a great card, but E-Strike is just a good card. Any card that has triple modal functionality it's pretty good. You basically bake 3 cards into 1 card, and it's pretty good. E-Strike's solid, but we got a Deadeye with a Bolt and Shot, and that's gonna have Go Again. This is looking a little difficult here for Chase. Remorseless. So that's 6, 7, 8. Remorseless for 8. No Dominate. But if he's got 2 cards in hand, that might be... Ew! Yep, and that's it. We got the fist bump. Ladies and gentlemen, Azalea has taken it. Reinar gave it his best. Great game between both players. Well fought. Yeah, so we got one more round after this. We're going to take a short little break. Be sure to hit the donation link, spread it around like wildfire, throw it out there, get that everywhere. Let's raise some money for Isaac. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit with round 3. I'm going to go check on things out there. Be right back. All right, guys, we got the final round coming up, and we have a Runeblade mirror here. We have Vincent, Iron Maiden versus Viserai Runeblood. Pete on the left will be on Viserai. Originally will be on Vincent, Iron Maiden. We're gonna see how this plays. This is gonna be an interesting match. Runeblade versus Runeblade. The old versus the new. Yeah, I don't know if the app there has been set put in yet. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's fine. We got the Rune Chant with Rosetta. So remember, Vincent says at the start of each turn you have to banish a card, and when you do, you get a Rune Chant. And then when you play a Shadow non-attack action card, you can pay 1 life and make 1 Rune Chant unpreventable. And we'll see how much value this buys Vincent. Players are just setting up right now. They got a reroll, 4. Okay, so Pete will get to decide, Viserai will get to decide who goes on the play. And honestly, I think the play here is that Viserai goes first, because giving Vincent the ability to go first lets her start stacking up cards, RuneGate cards, in her banish zone. So it can be a little trickier. Yeah, you'll definitely see how this Vincent is built. Which reminds me, here on the channel, I will be tuning my Vincent list a little bit and putting it back out there. So the deck that Ridgely's actually running, this is my Vincent deck. I loaned it to Ridgely to be able to play today. So the deck you are about to see is my deck. This is my Vincent deck. So if he gets stomped, he gets stomped. I'm learning a little bit here as we go. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Okay, so we got a Royal Viserai. So yeah, okay, Carapace. We got Carapace, Quillhand. Carapace, Quillhand, and Creepers, which is pretty standard for the mirror. Especially if... First we got Runeblood Incantation, Invert. Oh, that's a hard card to draw turn one. Okay, so banishing the Invert Existence, making a Rune Chant. Looks like Vincent's going first. Play... I would think you'd want to maybe play the Runeblood Incantation. I think that's what's going to happen here. Yep, pitch, play Runeblood Incantation. Probably Arsenal the Mauvrian Skies. Interesting. I don't think Invert's going to help immediately. Yeah. Probably want to back that up. I would have probably Arsenaled the Mauvrian Skies, honestly. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. Remember, folks, it's a learning process. I think I definitely would have probably just ended the turn there. But that's okay. We're learning. We're learning. Let's see, what's Viserai got? So we got a Runic Reckoning. Okay, so Mordred, Sonata, and Mauve. So it's a whiff on the Sonata from Pete. Definitely have a whiff from the Sonata. So we got a Runic Reckoning, got Deathly Wail, Spellblade Assault, and looks like maybe a blue Deathly Wail. Mauvrian Skies makes a Rune Chant. Gloomveil. Gonna Rosetta for 2/2 and 1 Rune Chant. Honestly, this upcoming turn could be very good if he doesn't block and he just takes 5. I think if Vincent just takes 5. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. Because with the Mavrine Skies, like, that's huge. Make a Rune Chant, banish a card from hand, make another Rune Chant. You banish Deathly Wail. You might not get to play it immediately, but you can now play Mavrine Skies, then play Runic Reckoning, send in Spellblade Assault for 2 go again with two Rune Chants on the back end, threatening more Rune Chant creation and the Deathly Wail. Could also crack the... You can also crack the Quill Hand and get two Rune Chants and throw the Deathly Wail at the end of it, making another Rune Chant. So playing Runic Reckoning is probably a good idea here. Yep, Runic Reckoning. Play Mavrine Skies. Yep. Spellblade Assault. So it's coming in for 7. 7 and 2 Rune Chants go again. On hit makes 2 more Rune Chants, I believe. Make the Rune Chants off Mavrine Skies. Play Invert Existence. Okay, so he's going to sneak in 2 extra Arcane. Puts him up to 5 Rune Chants, which lets him play Deathly Wail. So he's not going to... Yeah, you can't... yeah, I was about to say. Can't do that. But he can now send in Deathly Wail for 11. Oh. And that is what Runeblade lines are made of. That is incredible. What a great turn. What a great turn by Ridgely. Chris, absolutely. Absolutely. I love streaming this kind of stuff. especially since we're here helping the Connor family. We're really, just trying to drive home that this whole thing's for a good cause. This whole thing that we're doing today, and this is the final round, but it doesn't stop there. You can definitely get involved by sharing the PayPal link, sharing Isaac's story, helping the Connor family really recover from this and help them, sleep a little bit better at night. Really helps them out. And we love doing this. We love the Flesh and Blood community. We love supporting a great game. We love supporting a great cause. I've always been about that here on the channel, whether I'm on Twitch or I'm over here. We always do this kind of stuff. So really, really happy to be able to stream this. And I'm really, once again, thankful to Four Horsemen out of Morgantown, West Virginia, for giving me the opportunity to come down and stream this to the channel. So definitely get involved. Definitely share the link around. Even if you can't donate, sharing the link and sharing Isaac's story helps so much. So it looks like on the defense here, Ridgely is thinking about giving the crown up, but think 3, blocking the 3. Probably taking 4, blocking 3. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we got Runic Reckoning and a Swarm of Gloomveil coming in. And he's still got the Quill Hand up. Vincent still has Quill Hand up, so ooh, he's got a pretty good widespread annihilation turn here. Blocking with the Shadow Puppetry. Oh, Revel and Runeblood turn. We've got Revel. The first Revel has hit the board. That's a lot of damage. So So it's 10 damage, and he would be going to 2 if he takes all of that. All right, what's Ridgely gonna do? He's gonna give him the crown. He's gonna give him the. But it's 8 arcane. Yeah, he could use the crown against Rosetta's physical, which would definitely help. That would definitely help. Block 2 there. He's still taking 8. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So I saw he has a Deathly Wail. So I think he's going to banish the Deathly Wail. Probably save. Probably crack Quill Hand. He's going to banish Deathly Wail. That's a yellow. Makes 2. Could crack Quill Hand here. Oh, it might not be the right time to crack Quill Hand. Oh, this is going to be a turn. 1 arcane. And Viscera here is going to shuffle his deck. Let's see how Pete plays this. Double Mauvrion. Deathly Duet. So we got 6 and 2 rune chants coming in. Now this is going to put put Vincent in a pretty tricky spot, I think. He's going to give him the 6 to take the 2 rune chants. But he's going to have to do something about the go again. Now he can evenly pitch that that destruction to the arcane barrier on Dyadic and prevent 2. And it looks like fist bumps have been had. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, he goes to 1. Maybe not. But he's still at 1, and he still has the Deathly Wail. So he has to banish. He has to banish a card. Banish Widespread Ruin. Go up to 3 rune chance. He's pitched, and he's going to play out Envelop in Darkness Red. Go up to 4 rune chance. And he's going to play Widespread Ruin, I believe, for 10. But if Pete can block all of this, then Vincent dies to Blood Debt. And Vincent dies to Blood Debt. GG. Good games, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. So that concludes the final round of the charity event that is being hosted here at 4 Horsemen Comics and Games Morgantown. I wanted to thank you all for joining us today and supporting Isaac's medical fund. PayPal link can be found here, and it doesn't end with this stream. Be sure to check out all of the information on Isaac and his family, and be sure to support however you possibly can. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again to our sponsors, Midtown Gaming Exchange, 4 Horsemen Comics Morgantown, and Green Tree Sports Cards out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That concludes our event today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, catching some casual games. Thank you to everybody that donated something to this event to be able to be given out. I will try to work with 4 Horsemen and get final numbers on how much we raised for Isaac and Lee, and Lee's family specifically. Lee, brother, you're awesome, man. We hope that this helps however it possibly can. I'm sure we're going to be planning on doing some more stuff for you guys in the future. So hang in there, hang tight. I appreciate all of you guys, and thank you all for watching. Sin out.